It takes a long time to realize, for some of us, speaking for myself, that we must become that which we seek. When we're looking for love, when we're looking for validation, peace, hope, all of those things are found within. I read a story of a man on his dying bed. His wife had come to see him, and he had given her everything she ever wanted in life and took care of her for many, many years. And on his dying bed, she said, "What will I do without you? I don't know how to do this, and what am I going to do? I'm just going to be lost." And his last words to her was, "You have everything you need within you." And I think that that is true of all of us. We have all that we need within us. And self-love is not selfish. And it's important, as we've heard and been told, that it's okay to love people from a distance. We don't have to wish people harm that harm us. And yes, hurt people hurt others. And the best thing that we can do is to maintain our highest self, our highest state, and that is a state of love and gratitude. And when you can reach that state, you literally will radiate love and gratitude. Scientists have said 3 meters from the body that they can see it. Some of you guys walk around and people just are attracted to you. They just start talking to you. And there's a reason for that. It's because you are radiating love and peace and a comfortability for others to approach you. You have the yin and yang, but you get to choose. You get to decide, am I going to be loving today or not? Am I going to live in a peaceful or hostile universe? Which is a question that Einstein poses. And each day that you wake up with vision, you don't necessarily have to have sight. My grandfather was blind, but he had a lot of vision. Then you get to decide that today I choose to live in a peaceful universe and spread love, joy, and peace everywhere to everyone I possibly can. And when we're looking at mastering happiness, it's a matter of becoming that which we seek. Having the attitude, the mindset. I was talking to a family member of mine. She said, "Victoria, I've made the decision I'm not going to deliver babies anymore." Now, of course, that was a really hard decision for her to do because she loves what she does, but she's moving into something different and it takes time away from her family and the weekends and everything. She was telling me, which she was really telling herself, that this was the right decision to make. What I realized was that's what she was telling herself in her mind, but her heart hadn't quite came along with it. And one of the ways to really master happiness is not only to choose your attitude, because you can choose to be happy, but also you've got to take your mind and your heart along with that decision. You have to feel it in your soul. When you become happy, it's not like I should be happy because I'm more fortunate than other people, but yet your heart is breaking. I see that all the time when we walk around with this fake mask on, pretending to be happy because that's what we think is expected of us. And yet our hearts are withering. What I say is you can, with conviction, bring that heart and that mind together. We do that by living in the now, by accepting what we can accept, change what we can't change, and let that stuff go. But we got to learn to let things go from a heart level. We got to get into the heart. And when you have heart and brain coherence, now the world is your oyster. You can be as happy and as peaceful and as joyful as you have created your life to be. In life, I've had to learn to be grateful for things. As a child, I grew up with my parents constantly giving things to other children. And I remember as a child growing up being quite upset that my parents would give nice clothing and favorite meals, families down the street. And I remember as a child be upset about that and telling my mom, "I don't understand why you're always giving stuff away. I really like that dress." You know, as a child, I didn't know any better. I didn't know how blessed I truly was to have loving parents, to have a home, to have food each and every day, and clothes and shoes and all of that. And I remember one particular time that really changed how I learned to look at things, and that was when my mother had cooked her favorite, my favorite meal, which was a beef stew my mother cooked, and she had given, I was excited thinking it was for me, and it turned out it was for a family down the street. And I remember when my mother gave the other mother that stew, and the little boy came around the corner, about my age, was excited that he was going to have a good meal that day, and the mother crying. And from that moment on, I knew that I had to be grateful for whatever it is that I have. And as an adult and as a child, I became extremely grateful for my parents and my home and my shoes and the clothes, and the fact that I had parents that were so kind and so giving. And as an adult, I'm grateful for I live in a constant state of gratitude. I'm walking down the street and I feel the breeze on my cheek and I say, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful that I'm able to feel that. I'm so grateful that I'm able to have my grandkitties and my children around me, and they all turn out to be pretty good adults at the end of the day. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for the ability to travel, for my business, for all of you that are here. Whether I know you by name or not, I can read your name, but I'm grateful for you because you are a survivor and you have something to give and to share with the world, as Tony was speaking about earlier. I'm grateful for just all the love, appreciation in my life. The sunshine, the rain, the trees, the bare trees in the winter, the snow, that even when it's cold and I need a grounding moment, I put my bare feet in the snow just so I can feel Mother Earth. I'm grateful for Mother Earth and all things, good or bad, that has happened in my life, because at the end of the day, it's only my perception that made them bad, because it all turned out to be for my good. As the author of The Alchemist said, the universe conspires for our good, and I'm grateful that I was able to read that book and get that lesson.